I'm not the most knowledgeable person about your industry. The issues that I've come to understand are these. Step one in immigration reform. I think Jan Brewer's done us all a good service. She probably scared the living daylights out of a lot of people, but the positive is we're having a real debate in this country. We have got to come up with a logical immigration policy. We can't continue down a path where you don't have any earthly idea whether you're going to get somebody's going to stop you what you're doing now, because can you get enough workers every day? So we need to make sure we have a guest worker program that really works, where you can compete with Mexico and Central America and South America. If you don't have that, you're going to, whether y'all want to live here or not, eventually somebody's going to move. It's going to be smarter for everybody to slowly move those jobs out of this country. So we've got to come up with things like that. We've got to come up with a way that you know whether you're complying with the law or not, with regard to whether it's an E-Verify program or something like that, where you know that you can comply with the law. Because it's not fair to business people. We sit here and we pass these laws and expect business people to comply with things, and then we don't give them a process. So we've got to come up with a way that works for the ag community and other industries, that it actually works.
For this industry, and I would argue this industry, more than any other industry in this country, has taken a very proactive approach to trying to find a resolution to this immigration issue for lots and lots of years. We sat down 7, 8, 9 years ago with our counterparts in the farm worker community. We had guys like Charles Schumer sitting down at the table with us from New York, trying to find a middle ground solution to the immigration issue, specific to agriculture, specific to the kind of agriculture that we have here in this state. And we came up with a solution. It's called Ag Jobs. And we have come so close on so many occasions in getting that across the finish line up there, only to have it jettisoned for a variety of reasons we need to talk about today.
Was it one party over the other? Or states?
Yes. All kinds of different things. I mean, literally, we get through the Senate only to lose it in the House or vice versa, or we just had problems even within agriculture over whether or not people were satisfied with the provisions. It's not perfect. I mean, if we could design it ourselves, it would look a little bit different. But it was the result of a bipartisan initiative between factions that normally don't get along all that well in these kinds of issues. To have a solution developed in Tallahassee that would involve something like E-Verify or something like it, without finding and reaching those solutions at the federal level on the resolution of the people who are working here already, and having a guest worker program that really works. There's a bunch of people sitting around this table who have used the H-2A program either in the past or are using it now, and they will tell you it's a nightmare. But they're doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. But in terms of taking the total mass of people who are working in this industry and forcing it through that very small hole is an impossibility. From an infrastructural standpoint, it's not going to work. So I think as we proceed, we need to be very careful. I'm very concerned about where the legislature's headed. I just want to make certain that we've got an open door with you moving forward, so that we can ensure, in working with the legislature, that we can try and find a solution to this that is workable for the legislature and for you, but not at the same time damaging what I would call the 3 pillars of this economy, and that's agriculture, the hospitality industry, and development. And those are the 3 industries that are on the front line of this debate.
Well, what I can tell you is that I believe that, I believe in business people. I believe in building private sector jobs. I believe that you want to do the right things. That's been my experience with business people in my career. And I want to fix things. I don't want to make things worse. I know we have, right now with the unemployment we have, what you said about the fact that Americans don't want to take these jobs, I think that makes all the sense in the world. At the same time, it's going to be very difficult with 10+% unemployment to really solve much on immigration. It's going to, because it's a hot topic. It's going to be very, very difficult. And but I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that I do everything I can as governor to help you deal with the issues you deal with both at the state level and at the federal level. And you clearly, I like talking to people. I like trying to solve things. So you'll